You're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're having a fantastic start to the day so far. Thank you so much for being here. In today's video, in today's masterclass, we're going to go over how to find the best football agent as an underdog. As you probably saw, I had this selected because you probably don't need one yet. And I'm going to tell you exactly what to do instead. And I'm going to tell you exactly the reality of the football business. If you don't know by now, my name is Eric Friedlander. I'm going to introduce myself. But our mission at RicFit is to help 100 undiscovered players, guys who weren't put through an academy, weren't put through the traditional football system. We want to help those players sign a professional contract. So our goal in the next 10 years is to get at least 100 signed. It's not easy. That's why you might be saying, 100 in 10 years, that's not too many. But trust me, it's not that easy. That means it's about 10 per year. We're almost on our way there, and we hope you can be the next one. But let's talk about today, the reality of the football business, right? Let's strip away this Instagram hype and influencer advice. I can't even speak. The football industry is a business, plain and simple. Clubs want results, agents want commission, and coaches want players they can trust, right? So the hard truth that most players aren't told is, or you probably know by now, is most agents won't reply to your message. They get flooded with DMs every week from players asking for help without proving they're actually ready. Most agents, the truth is, don't build players from scratch. They look for athletes already earning or very close to getting paid, or at least they have the potential to get there eventually. They've been told by someone or a club, wow, this guy, this girl, they have potential. You should invest time into them. Because the reality is, agents get a commission either from your contract or from the club based on your value. Most clubs only trust players who come recommended, right, by someone who they already know or who come with a powerful CV and highlight video. So the truth is, most agents aren't repping undiscovered talent because at the end of the day, what agents fear after speaking to hundreds of agents, hundreds of sports directors and coaches, is they fear representing a player, sending him or her out to a trial. They go out to the trial and they're terrible. They perform poorly and they make the agent look bad. Because essentially when you go on trial under an agent, under certain representation, you are repping their brand. You are repping their agency, their business. So if you go somewhere, you perform poorly, you interrupt with a team's training, that's going to be one strike on the agent's name. The second time they send a bad player there, they lose the complete connection. And what happens there? That's hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars down the drain for the agent. Agents, people in this industry, do not do things as charity work. That's what we have to realize. Too many people in this football industry think that they should do this for free, they should do that for free. For what? What have you proved, right? It could be different if you have an unbelievable CV, you have a great transfer market, and you have value in the market. But nowadays, players expect way too much. So what you get with us, what you get with me, is I tell the truth. I tell you the reality of the game. I'm not here to paint a beautiful art picture or sell you any dream. I'm telling you the reality, because once you accept the reality, you'll be free. While everyone else is complaining about this agent, that coach, that sporting director, that club, you accept what has been given, where you're currently at, the cards you've been dealt, the environment you grew up in, and you say, okay, what's next? What now? If you have that attitude instead of the complaining victim attitude, you're going to make it, okay? So most players wait too long to take control. They waste years waiting for an agent to magically appear and change their life. And the truth of the matter is they're playing FIFA instead of going out to trials. So if you're reading this, if you're here, you're probably stuck, right? You sent the DMs, you've chased agents, you've sent messages. People aren't getting back. You've heard, we'll keep an eye on you more times than you can count. You never hear back from the agent. You've heard from agents, you've heard from sporting directors, we'll be in touch. Then you reach back out again because they haven't answered within 2 weeks and they ghost you, right? I get it. I've been there. I was in your shoes also, right? If you don't know me, my name's Eric Friedlander, founder of RicFit, former professional footballer, and your go-to guide for navigating the football business and let's say the evils of the football business. I help players like you take control of their career, not wait around hoping for someone else to do it for them. And if you don't know, once again, the main goal of our brand, RicFit, is to help underdog and undiscovered footballers get to the pro level with the truth of the industry, not to paint a fake picture and sell you the dream. We created this agent playbook to show you exactly how the football industry really works, how to position yourself as a valuable player, and how to build relationships the right way. So you stop getting ignored and you start getting real opportunities. Years ago, I made the same mistakes you're probably making right now. And I don't want you to do the same, okay? Sending the wrong messages, talking to the wrong people, waiting for agents to save me instead of building my own leverage, right? Once I learned how the business really works, everything changed. I started getting replies, I started building relationships, started taking control of my future, and I signed my first pro contract at 22 years old. Since then, I've helped hundreds of players position themselves to get scouted, build their networks, and sign real professional contracts. In this playbook, I'm pulling back the curtain so you can stop wasting your time messaging agents and start building real connections. Understand how to represent yourself the right way, know what agents are really looking for, and position yourself as a player worth signing. Let's dive in and give you the roadmap you've been missing. So the harsh truth about agents that no one tells you. Everybody wants an agent, and I get it. It sounds like the golden ticket. Someone to open the doors, call clubs on your behalf, negotiate your contract, and get you that dream deal, which doesn't even exist. That's what we see in movies, and that's what top-level pros have. But you're not there yet, right? That's why you're watching and reading this masterclass that we've given you. Most aspiring players and underdogs need to hear this. This is a simple truth. If you were truly ready for an agent, agents would already be chasing you. I spoke to one of my buddies the other day for about 30 to 45 minutes. I was telling him how we're kind of working the business, how we're really trying to help underdogs, and we want to be those guys who help those players who don't have a chance, who reach out to agents, they don't get answered. And he's like, yeah, I get it, dude. But right now, we're actually in a position where if players are reaching out to us, we're not interested. We need to go find the players. So that tells you everything. You shouldn't have to chase them. It's not a knock on your ability potential. It's simply a reality check. One I wish someone gave me earlier. The football world is ruthless. The truth is, no one cares about your dreams. It doesn't care how hard you train or how bad you want it. It rewards visibility, leverage, and performance, and most importantly, results, not dreams. You don't get an agent because you need one. You attract an agent because you become valuable in the market. Most players wait around hoping someone will save them, but the ones who break through are the ones who realize no one's coming to save them. They become their own agent, their own marketer, their own believer. And that's the reality of football business. I'm going to explain again what I said at the very beginning. This is the reality of the football business, okay? Coaches want players they can trust. The business looks exactly like this. Most pro clubs already have full rosters. They're not looking unless you solve a problem they have and you're an actual game changer, someone who will make a difference in the locker room and on the pitch. Most agents don't want projects. They want players who are already earning good money or very close to it and have high potential proven by data. Now, everyone is looking at data, right? They don't care about your stats from high school, from college. They want to see real data on real websites. Most clubs won't take chances on players with no resume. Unless you come recommended by someone they trust, have eye-catching video, or dominated a trial, it's going to be tough. Most contracts at the start won't pay much, right? You'll be living on the edge, grinding in foreign countries, sharing apartments, and hustling for game time, right? That's why we talk about getting a remote job in addition, not just relying on your football income. You need to know this going in, right? Because once you understand the game, you can play it smarter. The underdog's path is harder, but it's also sharper. Because essentially what's going to happen is you're fighting against the grain. That's going to make you better for the future after your football career. Believe it or not, your football career is going to end. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's just the truth. If you're reading this, if you're watching this, you're probably not a D1 NCAA All-American. You're not in a Prem Academy, MLS Academy, La Liga Academy. You're not getting flooded with messages from agents on Instagram. You're the underdog, right? You have to fight harder, market yourself harder, train smarter, and realize you're going to get rejected 10 times more than the player who is in the system. But there's a hidden strength in that. Underdogs build resilience, character, learn to solve their own problems, and develop the kind of grit that most players never have to tap into. And when you finally break through, you're more prepared than they ever were, right? So when you hit obstacles, the guys who were brought up in the academies, the guys who were pampered, you're just going to go past them, because they've never been hit with obstacles. They never had tough times. They've never been low. It's always been a journey of highs. And as you know, especially as an underdog, this game's an emotional roller coaster, right? One day you might be having an excellent day. The next day it's, oh God, what's next? Do I hang up the boots, right? So the most important thing is that you stay focused, stay grounded, enjoy the process, trust the process, stay the course. It's easy to post that on Instagram, but it's hard to live it. Every agent I've ever respected works with underdogs who proved themselves first. They love that, right? Not the ones who waited around hoping to get picked up. So here's what agents actually do and why you don't need one yet. They're not bad. In fact, a great one can help you big time. Here's what good agents do. Negotiate contracts to make sure you're not getting taken advantage of. Tap into their Rolodex, club networks you probably don't have access to. Handle transfer paperwork, legal terms, bonuses, etc. Protect your long-term interests as your career grows, as well as your investments. Help secure brand deals. They have an excellent understanding of the football market and what your true value is. They're incredible at networking. They operate with integrity and the right ethics. They have excellent problem-solving skills. They're resilient and persistent. And most importantly, this is what we're going to do once we get into agency work. We treat clients like family, right? We do that right now with the players we work with. We treat everyone like family. Simple example, when my parents were out in Dallas, they took our player out who's been working with us for 5 years, Osase. They took him out to dinner. That's family. Here's what most players get wrong. Agents don't make your career, they multiply it. They amplify what you're already doing. They help close deals, not create value from scratch. That's something you got to realize. You're in control of making your own noise, creating that value. Once they see that you're ready to go, you'll be contacted. If you haven't built leverage, you're not worth their time. Most agents only get paid when you get paid. If you're making $0 a month from football, what are they supposed to negotiate? That's why this guide isn't about getting an agent, right? It's about becoming your own so that when the right agent does show up, you got leverage, proof, and options. How to represent yourself, step by step. You can absolutely move your career forward without an agent. Here's what it takes. Build a proper CV, one-page document that includes name, age, nationality, foot, height, weight, and position, current and past teams, stats and appearances, and achievements. Contact info and a professional headshot. Direct link to your highlight video. Make it clean, make it sharp, make it easy to scan in under 30 seconds. We're actually representing an ex-Liverpool player right now, trying to get him a nice move. Would love to see if we can show it to you. So this is basically how his CV looks, right? Background, name, stats, and I'm pushing to get him into the system. So film a high-level highlight video is your first impression and best chance of getting interest. Your video must make someone interested in 30 seconds, be 2 to 5 minutes long, focus on your strengths, include your context if you can already. You need to be circled. Let's see, make sure you're circled. Avoid over-editing or intense music, right? Show full match clips if requested by club or agent. If you're not sure what makes a good one, study highlight tapes from players already at your level, slightly above, reverse engineer their format, ask guys like us for help. Number 3, find trials and clubs yourself. You can directly message clubs on Instagram, LinkedIn, email, transfer market, cold outreach. It works if done right. I don't know why I put that in there. Transfer market will help you you can use the contact from there. Keep messages short, respectful, and professional. Don't spam. Don't beg. Send your CV and video and offer to trial or attend preseason, or better yet, just ask to train instead of trial. You'd be surprised how many clubs, especially in second, third, or fourth divisions overseas, need quality players, but they don't have the money for the scouting departments to go find them. Number 4, learn the market. Understand what countries are open to foreign players, what level are you realistically at, what leagues are a good step first for your CV, what countries are open to your visa, to your passport. Playing at a lower tier in a small European country may sound beneath you, but it could be your breakthrough, I promise you. That's how careers start. You don't start at the top. You earn your way there. Build the ladder one step at a time. How to know when you're actually ready for an agent, right? You're ready when clubs are contacting you directly. You have more than one offer. You're playing consistently at a semi-pro level. You're one of the best players on the team, and you're a clear leader, or you're at the pro level already. You're already negotiating offers yourself, and it's getting overwhelming. That's when the right agent will show up. And when they do, you won't be desperate, right? You're going to have leverage. You're going to have confidence. You'll be negotiating from a position of strength, not scarcity. Abundance over scarcity. So this is the bottom line. Control what you can control. Waiting around for an agent is just another form of procrastination. It's a way of avoiding the hard truth. If you really want this, no one is going to do the work for you. The good news is this changed everything for me. You don't need to be discovered. You need to become undeniable. You need to work harder, market smarter, send more messages, and film better content and network more. Be a savage networker. build better relationships, and play every match like it's your last one. If you do that long enough, I promise you the opportunities will come. And when they do, you better be ready. So you've read the agent playbook. Now let's build your personalized strategy to get to the pro level. Reading this playbook is a massive step forward. But just like in football, knowledge means nothing without action. So instead of sending random messages, hoping someone takes a chance on you, you can take control today, right? We can hop on the phone, myself, my team. We got a team of 20 people helping all our players now. Hop on a 15-minute free call with them, right? Myself or my team. Generally, someone from my team will take it because I'm quite busy reaching out to clubs. We'll review your CV video and outreach strategy and then show you how to get in front of the right agents or clubs and then help you build real connections that lead to real opportunities. And then most importantly, we will do all the networking for you. I will do all the networking for you. I will open my Rolodex of contacts. Once you prove to me you're good enough to play at the pro level or a high-level semi-pro level, we will get you to that club, and then we will monitor your progress throughout the season. Remember, generalized advice that's going to keep you stuck. Personalized strategy truly moves you forward. So what you want to do is click here to book a free call. We'll hop on a call and we'll sort it all out. Hope this really helped you. If it did, make sure you send it to a friend, family member, whatever it is, teammate. Tell them we're the right people to work with. As you know, we are trying to help undiscovered talent, the guys, the girls who fell through the cracks, get to the pro level, because I fully believe when you put your mind to something, nothing is impossible. Thanks so much for being here. Talk to you soon. Deuces.